Look, the education system, schools and colleges, it taught us about history, English, science, maths, and whatnot, but it failed to teach us a very important subject, and that is money. You see, the education system, it was never designed to give you freedom. Rather, it was designed to make you stuck, to keep you stuck and stagnant. Go to school, get a job, and work for somebody else for the rest of your life.
But choose carefully, because you'll stay in the job that you pick for the rest of your life.
Schools never taught us how to make money, how to grow your money, and how to invest that money, and how to multiply that money. That is why most of us are trapped financially. Especially when we look into our Naga society, most of us are financially illiterate, financially uninformed, and financially unaware. That is why we are stuck in this cycle, in this red race. Get a job, loans, EMI, and our never-ending expenses. But despite all that, why do some people go on to make hundreds and millions of dollars and live a life of freedom? While on the other hand, some people are stuck living from paycheck to paycheck. So in order to understand it deeper, we are going to refer from a book, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. So in this book, Robert Kiyosaki, he projects his thoughts in the form of a story. So in this story, in the book, there is a story, and in that story, there is a poor dad, Robert's father, and there is a rich dad, whom he referred to as his mentor, who is the father of his best friend Mike. The poor dad, he have this philosophy of you go to school, study hard, get a job, and save some money, and then you will be safe for the rest of your life. But the rich dad, he have the opposite mindset, he have the opposite mentality. For him, you should not work for money. Instead, you should let your money work for you. The rich dad, he have that mindset. And that is very important because most of us, our mind have been programmed at a very young age to save money, and then you will become rich. But in reality, that is not entirely true. You cannot just become rich by saving alone. And since we have been programmed in that way, our mind have been conditioned to save money. We never learn how to make money. Even at home, just look around. Your parents, they never told us how to make money, how to invest money, and how to multiply and grow our money. But instead, they taught us how to save money. At a very young age, they gave us charity box to save our money. They open a saving account so that we can save up a little bit of money in our name. And yeah, I'm not disagreeing that that is not good. Of course, they are just doing it for our benefit, and they are just doing it for us. But the problem is that you develop discipline only on savings. You just learn how to save and not invest and not grow that money. That is why you did not learn the most important lessons. Instead of saving, what if they taught us how to invest that money and how to multiply that money? And because we did not get that information, we did not get that knowledge and wisdom from our parents or from the education system, most of us are stuck living from paycheck to paycheck, month by month, surviving from one paycheck to the other, living in that circle, in that loop. When you look at these wealthy people, you will observe, you will notice that they did not get rich by saving money. Instead, they got rich by investing and multiplying their money. Let me give you a scenario. Let's say you have 10,000 rupees with you right now, and you want to save it for 5 years, and you keep it in your charity box, you save it, and after 5 years, the value of that money, 10,000 rupees, will decrease because of inflation and market value. So your 10,000 rupees, after 5 years, it will decrease in value to 7,000 or 8,000 only. But on the other scenario, let's say you have 10,000 rupees, and instead of saving, you want to invest that money into something which gives you a return, let's say 12% return. For 5 years, you kept your money in that investment. After 5 years, that investment will grow into, let's say, 12%, 10,000 into 12%, that is around 17,000 to between 17,000 to 18,000. So within just a span of 5 years, by investing your money without doing anything, just by investing, you are making a profit of 7,000 rupees. So now you see why investment is much better than just saving your money alone. In this book, The Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, he said something very powerful. He said, the poor and the middle class people work for money, while the rich people make their money work for them. Most people trade their time for money. For them, work equals to salary. No work means no salary. They work hard every single month, and at the end of the month, they got their salary, they spend it all. And the next month, they work hard again, they get their salary, spend it all again, and then repeating the same cycle for the rest of their life. But the rich dad, he teaches us something different. He says, focus on building something, a system which can pay you even when you are sleeping. It means that you need to focus on building a system that will generate you an income even when you are not working. For example, building a business or making a YouTube video, making a YouTube content or a digital product or investing into real estate. All these things are an asset that you buy once or you create once and they will generate you an income even when you don't work on them. Now, most people may say, oh, but I need money to buy an asset, to invest in an asset. And I get it, yes. You need money to invest into an asset. So here's what you're gonna do. Get a job and use that money to build asset, to buy asset. And don't misunderstand this idea, because working a job, there's nothing wrong with working a job. But the problem is, if you are stuck in working that job for the rest of your life, then that is a problem. So get a job, build an asset, start building an asset, either a business or content creation, whatever it may be. Anything that has to do with asset, anything that will generate an income for you. So that one day, when that asset start generating an income for you, you can leave your job, you can leave your 9 to 5 and start living a life of freedom and enjoying while your money works for you. In this book, the author, he says that most people are confused between asset and liability. What does it mean? It means that people buy a liability thinking that it is an asset, but in reality, it is just a liability. I will give you a very simple example. Let's say you bought a house to live in, and yeah, if you live in that house and that house is taking out money from your pocket, if you are maintaining that money, paying electricity bill and maintaining that house, then it is a liability. Of course, you can have a roof above your head, you can have security, but as long as that house take money out of your pocket, then it is a liability. But vice versa, if you use that house and rent it out for commercial purposes or for residential purposes, and if that house generates an income for you, puts money into your account, then that is an asset. Most people are confused between this liability and asset, because see, a car can be an asset and a liability as well. If you buy a car, then if you're using that car to rent it out and if that car generates an income, then it is an asset. Of course, you have to spend some money, but it generates an income for you. So this is an asset. Even a house, if you are using that house for renting purposes or for commercial purposes and it keeps money into your bank account, then that is an asset. But if not, if you're just using it for your personal use, then that is a liability. The rich dad, whom the author refers to as his mentor, asked Robert and Mike to think like an entrepreneur. But what does the rich dad mean when he told them to think like an entrepreneur? It means to see opportunities, to solve problems, to build an income stream. And when Robert and Mike, they started to think like an entrepreneur, they started to develop new mindset, they started to open up their mind, and then that is how they come up with the idea of a library. See, these middle class people have one common mindset, and that is, I want to get rich quick and easy. But the rich people have a different mindset. They think, I want to build something that is meaningful and that will last for a long time. And especially when we look into our generation today, right now, all of us, people are chasing, especially with the advancement of technology and internet, all of us are chasing for easy success, easy money, quick money, and buying all these online courses, gambling, lottery, how to get rich quick and easy, all these courses. But think about it, if there's an easy way to make money, to get rich, then everyone around you will be rich, everyone will be sleeping on money. But that is not the case. So bear in mind, whoever or whatever is trying to convince you, don't fall into that trap. So after extracting all the valuable principle from this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, here's how you're going to apply it into your life. Number one, start a side hustle. It can be anything. Just start something outside of your job so that it can give you passive income in the future. It can generate you an extra income. Number two, build asset. Invest small, start small. You can just start with 500 minimum, invest on mutual funds, SIPs, or creating digital content or building a business or starting a YouTube channel. That is all assets. So just start small and invest. Start building an asset at the early age. Number three, cut liabilities. At all costs, avoid spending money on unnecessary things. As to say, things that drain money from your pocket. Number 4, increase financial literacy. Enlighten yourself, read books, watch financial contents like this video, watch something, learn something new, and try to enlighten yourself, trying to make yourself aware about finance and money. Number 5, develop a high income skill. Increase your ability to earn by learning a high income skill. Number 6, think long term. Don't focus on easy result, quick money, or quick success. Instead, focus on building something that is meaningful and that will give you a reward in the future. Number 7, invest early. Even if it is just 500 or 1000 rupees, start investing at an early age, because if you start investing early, you will begin to see a more compounding result in the future. So guys, that's it for this video. I will wrap up from here and say this book, The Rich Dad Poor Dad, have changed the life of millions of people. So if you can implement it, if you can learn and implement this into your life consistently, then it can also change your life. So don't lose hope, just keep learning and just keep implementing it into your life. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have learned something valuable from this video. If you like it, then don't just keep it for yourself. Share it with your friends, your loved ones, your family, even your parents. Share this video to them and enlighten them. Can be a lesson through this video. Let them learn a lesson from this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.